Hi, this is Tim at Matchbox Customs and Restos. Today we're going to talk about removing the graphics off of a Matchbox. We'll also include Hot Wheels. And we're going to talk about what Matchbox did wrong with these cars. This is Al. And it looks like he's saying, I don't think so, Matchbox. So let's get him out of the way. Let's move this out of the way and let's start with this. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to open up Mother's mag and aluminum polish. And we're going to take the graphics off of this because this is going to be my third attempt at this video because for some reason my camera kept messing up. So let's start. So what we're going to do is we use a Q-tip, cotton bud, whatever you want to call it, and we just start rubbing on this. Go slow, go easy, go carefully, because the more pressure you put on it, the more you're going to take the paint from underneath of it and you're going to burn the paint. In between, wipe this down a little bit, and then with the other side, get some more compound, put it on there, and just carefully go at it. Because if you go fast and you go with a lot of pressure, you're going to take the paint underneath and you're going to ruin it. Just like here, this is where the paint started coming off underneath the lettering. And you don't want that. Especially if you got a nice car and you're trying to save the paint underneath. Don't go at it 80 miles an hour and as hard as you can, because if you do, you're going to wipe paint right underneath of it, right off of it. And white is the worst. It comes off almost immediately. I wipe this in. Always use microfiber rags. As you can see, lettering's starting to come off. But if you go lightly at this, it'll take a little time. You're not going to do it within 2 minutes. It's not going to happen. And I'm going to let this video run just as it is. So this way you can kind of get an idea of how long it takes. God, I got a frog in my throat and I'm sorry, guys. You can kind of see there's some black paint coming off here. Yeah, paint's starting to come off. But that's because I'm going at it probably a little too hard. And it also could be that the paint was a little thin. But when you go at it too hard, and I'm kind of going at it a little too hard right now, this is what will happen. There's that. And as you can see, if you rub too hard, like this, and I'm not trying to save paint on this, but I want you guys to see, if you rub too hard, exactly what'll happen is you'll rub the paint off, and you see where it says Trans Am still, and that's because it took the lettering before it took the paint. But if you do it easily, I mean, even that was just a little too hard, but the paint on Matchbox, especially these older ones, are just not as resilient as Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels seems to have a more resilient paint, because I really scrubbed on this one. This one I scrubbed on. There was stripes from here to here, from here down, and I was able to take it off without ruining the Spectra Flame paint. This is also where I took and started taking the striping off there. I'll show you with Hot Wheels that you can get a little more aggressive, even with a pearl paint on it. I'll just do this right here. And I'm rubbing hard. I'm not going easy at it or nothing. And you see within 30 seconds, that's coming right off. Turn it around. And that's me getting absolutely violent with it. As you can see, right there, the pearl paint is still there. It still looks good. But with these older Matchboxes, you just can't do it. You can't get violent with it. You get violent with it, you're going to ruin the paint. You're going to ruin it quickly. Did it with these because, number one, paint on these are junk anyways. They need to be completely redone. Sorry about the arm shot. Trying to close up this mother's. So let's talk about the other thing I was wanting to talk about here. The mistakes that Matchbox made. When they built this one, it said Firebird right here. And of course, you guys seen where it said Trans Am. This is not a Firebird. This is a Trans Am model. Trans Ams come with the air vents on the side. They come with shaker scoops. They always come around with the wrap around where it connects into the side spoilers. A Trans Am will always have a rear spoiler, but also will Firebirds. Firebirds, it's optional. You're not always going to see a Firebird that has a rear spoiler. These cars I don't think were played with much, because as you can see, the bottoms are nice. This one's got literally no scratches. This one's got a couple, and they're facing this way. So I think these were just basically thrown in a toy box. T-tops on a Trans Am. This is a Hot Wheels Trans Am. There was never a T-top made like this on any Trans Am at any point in time, or Firebird that I ever known of. Another thing, vent windows. First and last one ever made on a Firebird was in 1967. Since there was no Trans Am until '69, there was definitely no vent window on anything past 1967 as far as a Firebird or F-body, because Camaro and Firebird both had the vent window in '67. These are 74 Firebirds. If you put that there side by side, let me get this one out of the way. you can see that basically these bodies were just, it's just a revamped body of this. The other thing, 1975, went to a wraparound window in the back. This is where they kind of screwed up and did not do the wraparound window. They just went ahead and used this mold and went on. So what happens here is the windows from both cars, like this one you see is clear, will fit in the 74 body. It's the same car. You can take, here's a 79, this is a 74 windshield. Fits right in there perfectly. They got rid of the chrome interior by that point, and here's my modified one where I got rid of the chrome interior, clear window out of one of the 79s, and I'm also working on fixing this body. Going to see about doing the wraparound back window. I haven't gotten to that yet. I'm still working on this. This is a long time project. So if you want to see more of this later on, subscribe, because I will be getting that one done sooner or later. But this is basically, I just wanted to bring this, you know, little tutorial and some differences here. But anyways, if you guys want to see more of this, subscribe, like, share. It all helps this channel, and I really appreciate it. You guys have been great for the ones that have subscribed and returning. And I will catch you guys next time around. I'll have another video out in the next couple of days. Thanks a lot.